Have you ever considered the children? Think about how they will suffer if you don't get a little humor in your life. So please, if you haven't, like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News. Do it for the children.
I think I just threw up a little in my mouth. Have your friends do it too, so I can just all out vomit.
We're going to see if we can hit the curtains from here.
Projectile aiming, Garcelle. And now Sheila has to follow this.
Yeah,
She's so proud.
she knows throw up.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true,
Really?
as far as you know.
I'll say, if she ever listens.
That's probably true.
All right, son.
Yes, darling. Honey. Badger.
You might not play Sunday. That's kind of annoying. I'm going to give you a quiz and then see how you stack up with the answer that apparently actually showed up. I don't know if they did or not. I have no way of checking, and I really don't care. They're just kind of cute.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
In which battle did Napoleon die?
He didn't die in a battle.
His last battle. He died in his last battle.
That's of course. But I thought did he die?
I thought he croaked of old age.
That's what I thought. Because he came back for a little while, then they threw him back out.
Yeah.
I think he croaked on elbow.
Comeback tours have been a bad scene ever. Even before we've known them, Napoleon tried it.
Yeah.
Where was the Declaration of Independence signed?
At the bottom.
At the bottom of the page. River Ravi flows where? No, River Ravi flows in which state? Sorry.
River Ravi flows in
Ravi, R-A-V-I. You should know this. You're an Eastern kind of guy.
Ravi. I have no idea.
Liquid.
Oh, yeah, of course. There's been no phase change, so it's no longer a solid.
What is the main reason for divorce?
Marriage.
Hey, you took this test, didn't you?
No, I'm beginning to understand how their minds are working.
What can you never, ever eat for breakfast?
Lunch.
Or dinner.
Yeah.
What looks like half an apple?
The other half.
If you throw a red stone into the blue sea, what will it become?
Wet.
Very wet. How can a man go 8 days without sleeping?
Because he sleeps at night.
How can you lift an elephant with one hand?
Crane.
You will never find an elephant that only has one hand.
Better answer.
I had to think about that for only a second before I spit coffee. If you had 3 apples, 4 oranges in one hand, and 4 apples and 3 oranges in the other hand, what would you have?
Pretty good makings of a fruit salad.
Really big hands.
This is good. This is very clean and very sweet.
If it took 8 men, you got your pen out? You're going to need this. There's maths.
That won't work.
Yeah, that's true. If it took 8 men 10 hours to build a wall, how long would it take 4 men to build it?
8 men, 10 hours to build a wall.
How long would it take 4 men to build it?
The foremen never build it. They always get the workers to do that.
No, 4, F-O-U-R.
Oh, I have no idea. It's not
no
going to
time
be
at
20
all.
hours.
The wall was already built by the 8 men.
Oh, yeah. Well, I would. Yeah.
Last but not least, how can you drop a raw egg onto a concrete floor without cracking it?
A raw egg onto a concrete floor. I have no idea.
Any way you want. Concrete's hard to crack with an egg. I would have given the kid 100 just for clever.
I would have to.
He got a screaming 0.
What?
I know.
That kid needs a job.
Or a contract, yeah.
Yeah. Passengers aboard a cruise ship expected to dock in Miami were no doubt surprised when they discovered they were in Bimini instead. Wow.
You know that old line, imagine my surprise, would just, it doesn't seem to cover it.
Apparently, the reason they were docked in Bimini is because the United States had issued an arrest warrant for the ship.
You can arrest a ship?
At issue are unpaid fuel debts amounting to millions of dollars.
But you can arrest a ship?
Had they docked in Miami, U.S. Marshals would have boarded the ship per a U.S. judge's directions and taken control. Yes, they would have
arrest a ship.
Yep.
Where the hell do you find handcuffs?
That big. Okay.
I mean, honestly, where? I mean,
put your port side behind your hand.
You'd have to use two very large handcuffs together. And where's the back of, I suppose, what's the back of a boat?
Stern?
Does it have arms to handcuff?
I don't know. I mean, passengers were ultimately ferried to Fort Lauderdale in bad weather, which was no fun at all. Days prior to the diversion, the owner, Crystal Cruises of Genting, Hong Kong, filed for bankruptcy, and the ultra luxury cruise line was suspended all voyages. So the captain of this ship, knowing that they're just said, we're going to Bimini.
What do we have to lose here?
Yeah. When commenting on the ordeal, one passenger said, "We all feel like we were abducted by luxurious pirates."
With great service.
Food was awesome.
Okay. A couple who complained 19 years ago, I would say 19 odd years, but 19 is already an odd number, so why say that?
Yeah, that'd be like saying 19 odd.
Yeah. 19 years ago, that the loud flushing noise made by their neighbor's commode toilet was intolerable, have finally won their case in the Italian courts.
Almost 20 years.
Yep. The pair's long road to lavatory justice began in 2003 when they argued the disturbance caused by the new loo next door was getting in the way of a decent night's sleep. You see, the toilet's water tank had been built into the wall adjoining their bedroom.
Oh, this is a smart design plan.
If you have your rulers out, the wall adjoining their bed, which was 22 centimeters thick. So you know what they say by paper thin? It was a little thicker than paper.
Yeah.
Not by a
much. No.
A judge in the nearby city of La Spezia? Sure. Rejected their initial plea for compensation and the toilet's removal.
Mm-hmm.
Heartless bastard. But the decision was overturned by the Court of Appeal in Genoa before the lawsuit was heard in the Italian Supreme Court. Yes, sports fans. A toilet case made it
to the Supreme Court.
There's a U.S. Supreme Court joke in there somewhere, but I ain't going there. They were challenged by the four brothers who owned the neighboring apartment. That's why they ended up in the Supreme Court.
Oh, sure.
They couldn't let it go. In the long run, don't you think it'd be easier just to, anyway, than going all the way through the court system? I'm sure, or don't attorneys charge money in Italy?
No, I'm sure they charge money.
In the latest verdict, the panel of justices,
that's very interesting. What's plural of justice?
Justices is
justi.
Yeah. The panel of justices, that doesn't work, cited the couple's, quote, right to respect for private and family life as set out under the European Convention on Human Rights. Yes, the Convention on Human Rights in a toilet case. They said the noisy toilet meant the pair were unable to exercise their daily habits freely.
Which were what? First and
sleeping.
Foremost, not listening to the toilet flush.
Yeah, it's hard to sleep when you're listening to the constant ring, ring, ring of flush, flush, flush. What I want to know is
what's wrong with those four people in there.
I want to know the guys. Yeah, exactly. What is it? So why are you in the bathroom at 3 and 4 in the morning, flushing away?
Well, they must have had a diet high in spicy peppers.
The top court's decision means the brothers will have to pay damages of 500 euros for each year that has elapsed since the complaint was first made. 10,000 euros in total.
Wow, that's kind of nice.
It's not awful, but
a couple can afford to move, I think, at that point.
The toilet saga highlights I love this. The toilet saga highlights the glacial speed of the Italian justice system, something the country's Prime Minister Mario Draghi pledged to address last year. I don't think he has yet.
Well, he might have said hello.
Then there's that glacial thing.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. The resolution of the bathroom dispute took longer than Albert Einstein did to develop his theory of relativity, said one Italian newspaper. A journalist, Massimiliano Parente, writing in the Milanese daily Tu Giornale, if Franz Kafka had been an Italian citizen of today, he would not have written the trial.
He would have gotten there.
He would have written the toilet to describe justice in our country. At the justice level, we are nothing but a big, huge, gigantic, clogged toilet.
Wow. That seems a little harsh.
Sounded pissed off to me. Yeah, it was a low one. It was low-hanging fruit, I know.
Yeah, I know. Two men robbed
Let's
a
go
family
back to the Einstein
thing. This is much more highbrow.
Would never have written the trial for that Kafka boy.
Two men robbed a Family Dollar store in Dearborn Heights, Michigan the other day. A couple of miles down.
I'd rob that for $1.
A couple of miles down the road, they decided they were a bit peckish. What with the robberying and the getting away.
You know, there's the, yeah.
So they stopped at a local International House of Pancakes and were enjoying their meal when an officer spotted their vehicle outside and called in backup. Our intrepid jackwagons were easily captured and are now in the hoosegow. According to authorities, the men are suspected of robbing 9 businesses, including other dollar stores and several auto zones.
How'd they get away with that? They don't seem the brightest bulbs.
We're going to drive a couple.
I'm hungry. We're 3 miles away. Let's stop at the old IHOP. Have some pancakes.
Man gets powerful hungry when he's robbing people.
This is true, really news. Send email to TiTR@netradio.network.